If it takes hours to troubleshoot your machine, I can almost guarantee the PLC logic is not the real problem. In my last video, I explained why PLC logic rarely causes downtime. Today, I want to show you why fixing downtime still takes so long. Every time there is downtime, we do the same thing. We open up the PLC.
Wait, why is that energized? It shouldn't be high.
Scroll through the logic, jump between the routines, and hope something jumps out. Most of the time, nothing does. Meanwhile, the line is down, production is losing money, maintenance is frustrated, leadership wants answers, and everyone has the same question: what's wrong with the PLC? Here is the uncomfortable truth. Long troubleshooting time is rarely a PLC problem. It's a system design problem. In this video, I'll explain why troubleshooting takes so long in most of the plants, what actually causes it, and what good automation systems do differently so the problem gets found in minutes and not hours. Let's start with the idea that PLC logic causes downtime. Let's assume PLC logic causes downtime. Most PLC logic typically gets written once, tested, and then left alone for years. If PLC logic was the main cause of downtime, machines won't run reliably for months at a time. The logic doesn't change, the conditions around the machines do. Sensors drift, valves stick, operators changes behavior, maintenance shortcuts get taken, but we still blame the PLC. The first real reason troubleshooting takes so long is simple. We design machines that are hard to understand when something goes wrong. If we can get the technician within 5 feet of the problem, they will definitely be able to find the problem. But what we do, we have one fault bit, and that single fault bit could represent 20 different failure modes: electrical problems, mechanical blockages, or process related. Nobody knows, so troubleshooting turns into guessing game, and guessing is slow. The second reason troubleshooting drags on forever is tribal knowledge. You have probably heard about this before. Only one person knows what to do when the machine is down. That is not a badge of honor, that's a systemic failure. When knowledge lives in somebody's head, instead of machine design, every outage becomes expensive. This leads to what I call as a hero engineer trap. Plant celebrates the person who fixed the machine. And yes, that skill matters, but here is the hard truth. If your plant needs heroes to run, your system isn't engineered, it is survived. Hero engineers hide missing diagnostics, unclear alarms, and poor system structure. And when they're not available, everything slows down. Maintenance versus engineering. This is where people get confused between maintenance and engineering. Maintenance reacts. Engineering decides how hard the problem is to understand. Maintenance clears the fault. Engineering should design systems that explain where the fault is happening, and the fault should be able to explain it by itself. If troubleshooting requires memory, intuition, and experience, then system already failed. It's not the technician problem. So what fast systems do differently? They do 4 things really well. First, every machine has clear machine states, whether the machine is running, stopped, fault, or idle, or waiting on condition from an operator to push a button, or waiting on a interlock condition from a safety system, or waiting on an interlock condition from a subsystem. The machine always knows where it is. Second, alarms with causes, right? Not just effect, but what caused the alarm. It's just not machine stopped, but why it stopped. Third, fault separation. If we can separate the faults into electrical faults, say electrical, mechanical faults, say mechanical, process stays process. And the fourth one is signals designed for humans, not for logic. The system should be able to talk back. Fast troubleshooting isn't smarter technicians, it's about better PLCs. It's about systems that explain themselves. If you have seen this happen in your plant, comment yes below. In the next video, I will break down the engineering habits that quietly destroy uptime.